Welcome back to School Night. Our artist interviews are presented by Mitsubishi. I'm Novena Carmel, and I'm here with Satin Puppets.
Hello.
Hello, sisters. Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Julia. I'm Joanna.
Lovely. And I hear this is only your second live performance.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel
amazing.
So honored to be here.
Yeah.
I feel just so honored, and really grateful, and really I can't even describe the feeling, honestly.
Yeah.
Same.
It's just amazing that just starting to sing on TikTok brought us all the way here and so quickly. So yeah, I'm just honored.
Yay, you guys did so amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so original and unique too.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of questions from the audience that I thought we could just get right into so that we can make sure to answer them. The first question is from, I'm always like, how do you pronounce these names? You know, like Crossit's Callie is wondering, how did you figure out your name and who chose it?
Ooh, what a great question.
We've always loved making things and creating things, and
we actually started out as visual artists.
Yeah.
So
So
a lot of our art is either paintings, drawings, or sculptures, and we actually
we
make dolls.
Puppets, we make dolls.
We had some dolls sitting on the stage. I don't know if people saw them.
So I guess our name just kind of came from an extension of our art. So we just see ourselves as
I really see the human body as a puppet body too.
Oh wow!
Because it's your soul is kind of inhabiting your body. This is your mode of living your life, and you can take yourself anywhere in life. If you really put your mind to it and your will to it. And I just think that there's a power. There's a power in that, and seeing yourself as a puppet, but not a puppet that's a victim to a puppeteer that's kind of goes in line with the story we tell with our music is that you are in control of your own vessel, and you are in control of your own strings, and so Satin Puppets just really is supposed to be an empowering way of seeing yourself, and
That's so cool. Yeah, you kind of flip the idea of being a puppet.
Yeah.
Where it's you are the puppet, but also the master.
Exactly.
With the strings. Yeah. You know, you reminded me of something really random where I saw this article about they were doing an entire body transplant on a human.
Oh.
Just the original head remained, and then I guess something had a disease where it took over his entire body, and he had to have an entire body transplant, and that made me think what constitutes being a human? Is it your heart? Is it your brain? And I was like, well, if he's still the same person afterwards, I guess it just all exists in the head.
In the head, yeah, exactly.
Your mind.
Yeah, and then you just utilize.
We actually had a conversation about this with Arthur, our friend Arthur.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was the same thing of the man or whoever it was had an entire body transplant. It really brings the question of who are you really? Are you your physical body, or are you your mind?
Because your mind is kind of what taps into your soul. Your soul is your crown chakra is where you receive your divine kind of messages, and divine path becomes clear. And so I guess. Yeah.
And we only use 10% of our brains, they say, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Let's get into some more questions. Knick-Knack Paddywhack 20 says, have you gone as the Shining Twins for Halloween? That's a funny question.
I love that
You'd win Halloween if you do. What do you think? Have you done that before?
We have never done that.
No, but we do have the Shining the dresses.
Do you really?
Yeah.
How come you have them but you haven't used them?
Well, if you guys know of Trick or Treat Studios, they're a mask company.
Okay.
The owner of it, he gave us those costumes because he was like, you guys need these.
You're the ones.
And he's amazing, and we actually have some products with him too. Some of our art is on some of their scare fresheners, which is really cool.
It's for the
air freshener, but it's creepy. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Have you dressed up as any twin costumes at all before, characters? I don't know what else there are.
When we were little, we would always do matching things. Joanna was a cat, I was the witch.
Oh, cute.
And then we did
an angel
Tigger
and a devil.
Pooh.
Tigger and Pooh.
We were little.
Yeah.
That's super cute.
Always like kind of
We want to be Miss Fink and Forcible from Coraline though, but like the performer version of them when they like unzip their old lady costumes and they're like these aerialists.
Coraline?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
That's
my
favorite
I love
movie
that
in the whole
film.
world.
Oh,
Yeah.
we watch it like we've seen it more than hundreds of times probably. Like it's one of our favorite movies.
Is there a certain time, like, do you watch it every Christmas or something like that, or
We just have it on
just
a
all
lot
the time?
in the background,
It's like a go-to.
like while we're drawing or like
Nice.
writing. Yeah.
Let's get to another chat question. Jersey 13 says, "What are your outfits inspired by? What decade, etc.?" Your outfits are amazing, by the way. Yeah.
Thank
Victorian
you.
era.
Victorian
Yeah,
era.
the Victorian era
inspiration.
is a big inspiration to us. We just like to like kind of put together like random things that seem like they don't make sense together. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like they didn't wear chains in the Victorian era.
No.
But we like to pair it with Victorian clothing.
And it does totally make sense. Like, I feel like they did since you're wearing them. Or you've created your own universe where
Yes,
this is,
exactly.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Being the master of your own puppet.
That's
Yes.
right. Yes, yet again. Mango Vang is curious. Actually, let's go to Hello Sonia first so I don't skip that one. If you had one message to give to your fans, what would it be? Wow, that's a profound question.
I love questions like that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like kind of a lot that I would want to say, but like I guess to like put it all in a nutshell is like that I guess like kind of going back to what we were saying, that you have like so much energy that you can tap into within you, and that nobody can take that energy away from you or take that power away from you. You are capable of anything that you put your mind to, and like you
Really
are your
just
own
follow your gut
puppet
feeling,
master,
whatever
like
it
to your
is
own.
that you really like feel is right in your core. Just follow it and just like you know, don't doubt yourself.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Actually, can we get back up? Because they're giving me the questions on the board. We have a few minutes left. Mango Vang asks, what is your dream project that you want to accomplish someday?
So I'm currently writing a comic book that's gonna go along with our album that we put out, and it's a story about a puppeteer. And I don't want to give away too much about it, but it's about a puppeteer that he makes puppets, like he makes them, and he like puts a piece of himself in each of them, so he brings them to life.
It's kind of a story about like mental illness.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty much a story about mental
puppets,
illness.
Like all represent like a different mental illness.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that movie where like all of the characters are different emotions.
Oh, Inside Out.
Yeah, kind of like that.
And are you guys illustrating the comic book as well?
Yes.
And then
amazing.
eventually we want to turn that comic book into a movie, like in the far,
That's,
far
like, the
future.
far future.
But,
That would be beautiful.
yeah.
Yes. And whoa, it's moving around here. Nessa Goliful says, for Satin Puppets, are there other twins in the music industry that inspire you? That's a cool question.
Ooh, other twins in the music industry? I'm like spacing right now. I'm sure there is.
Oh my goodness. Does anybody know who the No Frills Twins
I thought
is?
of them too.
They are icons.
I love the No Frills Twins.
The No
yeah,
Frills Twins.
They have like such a
like their
distinct
fashion
style.
is
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah, they have like really
They
thick
have a YouTube
eyebrows
channel.
and big boots, and like they sing, and their closet is incredibly like they have literally mountains of clothes.
Wow.
Like they look like brat dolls.
Their like attitude too is just like on point.
Nice.
Yeah, I love them.
No Frills Twins. I haven't watched their YouTube
I
videos in
know.
forever.
We used to watch their videos all the time.
I have to ask you guys, when I was watching you perform, you were so in sync, and like even now, you just kind of flowing back and forth with your commentary. And I'm curious what the songwriting process is like for you. Like, how does that go?
So
writing
we
songs
both
together.
write in a cathartic, like we write to just like
we write
independently. But like what we do for our music is we look at all of the poems and writing that we've produced like over the past like month or something, and then we'll like piece together our music like from that writing to like
kind of like a puzzle.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Like we
Cool.
take chunks of our writing and like stitch it together, and somehow
And a lot of times it transforms. Like it sometimes like the pieces of poems that we piece together, like, turns out into a completely different song. Like, we end up, like, changing the lyrics and everything. And yeah, it's just, yeah, like, writing, yeah.
It's a crazy process, but like we kind of have an outline because like we're basing it off of the story of the puppeteer. So there's like a whole beginning to end like story that we kind of have to use as a like outline, and then we piece together our music from like our poems and
Let's get to our final question, which is the Mitsubishi Drive Your Ambition question of the night, voted on by the chat. With a relatively quick answer, who would you say inspired your art and style?
Ooh,
Mark Ryden.
Mark Ryden, yes,
or Tim
Burton.
Oh,
they're
nice.
the two big
I could see that.
inspirations.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us for your second ever show.
Much.
You are wonderful, and we're so
honored.
excited to watch your journey from here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
It's such
much.
an honor. It's such an honor, and yes, we're very grateful for everybody watching and asking questions. And
Yes.